So I was watching Cody yesterday evening with Wranglerstar. I don't know if you watch his channel. I watch his channel occasionally. I like Cody. I like his stories. He's always got a story to tell. Sometimes I wish I could sit around and just kind of tell stories and work on whatever project I wanted to. But he was talking about how being a YouTube curator full-time has affected his life, and we're not full-time YouTubers, and I don't. In listening to what he was talking about, I don't think that we ever really visualized YouTube as being a full-time career ourselves. In fact, we still don't. Our primary goal or business is to build and establish a ranch, and YouTube initially was the thought process was that we would create the channel as a way to market our business once we got it going, and then what happened was I got frustrated without being able to find resources of information for projects that I was working on, and everybody kept telling me to turn to YouTube, and I couldn't find the videos I was looking at for because I was at the very beginning stages. I wasn't ready to just jump into things way down the road. I needed instructional videos from the very basics of the things that we needed to do here. So as I learned things, I decided that I would put out some videos starting from the very basic concepts, moving up to whatever level I was working at, so that anybody else looking for that information could find videos and information starting from the very basics, even if it's just an oil change or hooking up a well to a generator. That was our first video. So that kind of spiraled down, and if you've watched our Reconstructing Spirit Hill series, you know that we ran into some difficulties with the house, a pregnancy complication. As a result of that, it changed our career paths outside of the ranch, and about a year ago we realized that there was actually some sort of income to benefit from YouTube, and that's how we've kind of evolved into the YouTube business. Whether or not I would consider ourselves full-time curators or not, I wouldn't. But Cody was talking about how, as a full-time curator, and people would ask him what he does each day, he said, well, I wake up each morning and I get in the shower and I think about what I want to do for the day. What do I want to do today? What do I want to film? And what project do I feel like completing? And I'm sure that sounds good to a lot of us. I mean, I'd love to wake up each morning and think about what do I want to do today. And I don't really have that problem. I kind of wake up each morning and I think, what do I have to get done today? Or can I get this project a little further along today? But there is something that he mentioned that, and it's a conversation that Shauna and I have a lot, is that with his current process, he began looking around at his property and realized, I've got unfinished projects over here, over there, over there. This isn't done. This isn't how I want it, and that was stressful to him. And it is, as Cody mentioned, when you have stuff like that, it's not just stressful on you because you're looking at all these incomplete projects. It's stressful on your equipment because you're not putting it away properly, or you haven't designed a system for it that it works because you're racing to the next project, or you're trying to get too much done all at once, and you've got way too many different things going on. And it also becomes a stress between you and your family, and relationships in the family, because nobody's happy when you've got a bunch of unfinished business. And that's just, I mean, that becomes tough. And I think that part of that is trying to backfill some of the things you're doing with creating some content for YouTube. I'm a little different. As Cody mentioned in his video, there are some curators who design a plan ahead of time and say, this is what I'm going to do. They almost script it out, and they build their videos around that. Cody mentioned that he thinks of it first thing in the morning, that he just thinks of what he wants to do. He goes out, does it, films it, and puts a video together on it. We've got a couple wood ducks flying into our back pond back there. I do want to go film them. So in our situation, we're a little different. We go out and we work on projects and we film the projects, and then we just slowly throw our videos together. And every morning I get up at about 5 a.m. and I begin putting these videos together, and whatever I can get done between 5 a.m. and when everybody in the house wakes up, that's pretty much how we do our YouTube channel at the moment. So and that seems to be working. We've been getting more videos together, but I am frustrated that because of the way that we're doing it, all we're posting at the moment are repair videos, because that's really where we are right now. I mean, we're basically filming what we're doing, and where we are with things is we're trying to get our equipment up to par so that we can utilize everything efficiently and get more jobs done quicker. But in that process, you know, and listening to what Cody said, I realized that we're leaving a lot of projects half undone, and they build back up, and then you end up having a messy yard, and then that's stressful, and you go all over the place. And so you know, something Cody said was, instead of waking up each morning and thinking, what do I want to do, for the next 7 days he's going to wake up each morning and say, what do I not want to do, and then get those projects done. And I wouldn't say that I wake up every morning and do the things that I want to do. In fact, I would say a lot of days I'm doing work that I don't want to do, so I can't really sympathize with that. However, I like the challenge. I like what he is trying to do, and I agree with him. And I also like the fact that he's throwing in some physical workout time, because that is something that, you know, once I'm doing it for a while, I enjoy doing, but when I get out of the trend and I have to get back into it, that is something I do not want to do. I do not want to have to go out and get myself back into shape so I can maintain it. That is probably one of the most difficult things. It's not so much once you're in shape, continuing to work out, it's getting to that point. So I am, something similar to Cody, I am going to try and fit in a running schedule each day, and I am going to try and fit in 100 push-ups. Although Cody, I would argue that when you're getting back into shape, trying to do 100 push-ups every single day, you're going to find that after day one, you're extremely sore. At least that's how it is for me. But I used to do 100 push-ups every single day. In fact, I used to do them where I would dip down lower than the chest and really kind of work that whole frontal section, and I enjoyed that. So I'm definitely going to reincorporate some of those things. But the other things that I would like to do, because I know that this is stressful on Shauna, and it would help just organize me, is every day I know that some of the tasks that I have to do, I have to get done. So I'm going to reserve time for my daily routines, but I'm also going to take time every single day to work on projects around this ranch that have been left undone. So each day for the next 7 days, my goal is to basically continue to get up early each day, and then get a workout in. After the workout, I am going to try and complete a project on the house, or something that has been left undone, and before I jump back into some of my other projects. So for the next 7 days, I'm going to do that, and I like what he's doing. This isn't, you know, a channel collab, though he did invite others to kind of join in on his on what he's doing. I think that if you try doing this, you know, just getting something done that you haven't wanted to do every day for the next 7 days. Take some of that time to get a physical workout in. A physical workout will make a huge difference in your life. It always has for me. I hate that I have swayed away from it. So those things that he's proposing to improve your life and see how it has improved your life in just 7 days, I think actually would work. And so I wanted to go ahead and do it myself. I mean, why not? Follow me on a 7-day journey to make some improvements. They're not huge adjustments. Fit in a workout and get projects done that have been put on the side that are just that you just haven't wanted to do, and because I haven't had to do them, they've been left undone. I know that this year we've had a couple instances where we have been forced to complete projects in a very short period of time, and so we have actually done this a couple times. Well, not with the workout and keeping a regular routine, but having to all of a sudden drop everything we're doing and focus for a week or two on completing projects. And I have to say, you know, after the last run that we had, which was preparing for a home appraisal, I walked around our place and I began looking at it, and I started having kind of a feeling of pride because things were actually looking really good. And that is because we took out the time to actually complete a lot of projects that we felt were necessary before we had the property appraised. So that and the appraisal was substantially better than anybody thought. So that process and what that was able to do to enrich our lives, you know, what Cody's saying is true. These things actually do improve. So I challenge you, if you would like to do this, if you have a channel, I would definitely do this. But I would challenge you to quit the routine and modify it and try and get some of those things that you have been putting off, including your physical condition, and for just 7 days, and see how it goes. And hopefully, you know, what we'll see is after 7 days, those who participate have actually decided to keep those changes, or at least plan their schedule so that they can complete more projects. They can get that physical workout in and see how much it improves people's lives.